traveling to Norway at any time of year is always thrilling. However, traveling to Norway in the summer offers more chances to see nature and experience some of the country's most beautiful places. To help you get some inspiration, here is a selection of the finest places to visit in Norway during summer. Do you like our videos? Please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell button for more amazing travel videos like this. Now, let's get started. Starting off the list at number 10 is Jostedalsbreen Glacier. Apart from watching animated films, how near have you ever come to witnessing the Ice Age? Jostedalsbreen National Park in Geirangerfjord is a 1,310 square kilometer paradise home to Europe's biggest glacier. The park provides everything from glacier trekking to climate change discussions, making it a must-see destination. The Jostedalsbreen Glacier is huge. It is so massive that if it melted, the entire nation of Norway would have enough water to last a century. The glacier is 80 kilometers long and spans 487 square kilometers, with ice as thick as 500 meters in some spots. While walking around its immense whiteness, it's easy to feel like you're back in the Ice Age, but fortunately, the only mammoths you'll see are sculptures. Next at number 9 is Holmenkollbakken. Going to the Holmenkollen ski jump lets you get fantastic views of Oslo, taste some traditional Norwegian foods, and learn more about the history of ski leaping. It is a huge ski jump with a heritage of over a century. The activity grew in popularity in the 1900s, and a run was constructed. This was made higher and taller over time with timber supports, allowing ski jumpers to go even further. A taller tower with a lift for athletes was constructed for the 1952 Winter Olympics in Oslo. Then, in 2011, an architectural difficulty was created to create the ski jump. Under the ski jump, there is the world's oldest exhibit. It explores more than 4,000 years of skiing history, as well as artifacts from the Norwegian Arctic expedition and a contemporary snow sports display. If you enjoy skiing or are interested in polar adventure, this exhibit is for you. Next in line at number 8 is Preikestolen. Hiking up to Preikestolen, Norway's most famous monument, is a must for environment lovers and sightseers visiting the country. The stunning panorama from this rock has made it famous by other names, such as Pulpit Rock and Preacher's Chair. The Pulpit Rock is a 604-meter tall rock that overlooks Nærøyfjord, a breathtaking fjord in Norway. To fully appreciate why this mountain is often called the world's most amazing viewpoint, you must climb to the summit. The route up to the cliff looks steep, but it's actually not too difficult. It takes the typical climber about 2 hours to reach the top of Preikestolen. The trail's overall height gain is 334 meters, and it's 3.8 kilometers in length. It's well worth your time and money to visit Pulpit Rock in Norway and enjoy the breathtaking scenery. Coming in at number 7 is Flam Railway. Flam may be relatively small, but thanks to its prominence on a major Norwegian train, it is one of Norway's most visited cities. Among Norway's top draws is the Flam Railway, which boasts some of the world's most breathtaking scenery along its tracks. In 1 hour, you can travel from Flam on the Nærøyfjord to the Mordal mountain station, which is 867 meters above sea level, via railway. Since the Flam Railway links with trains traveling between Bergen and Oslo, the stop at Mordal is also on the Bergen line. The Flam Railway has a gradient of 5.5% for 80% of its route, making it one of the steepest standard gauge railway routes globally. A single journey up and down is not enough for many people because the railway passes through such breathtaking scenery, including the Rally Road, sheer mountain slopes, foaming waterfalls, 20 tunnels, and countless vantage spots. Next at number 6 is Stegastein Lookout in the Flam area. Experience the magnificent Stegastein observation platform, 650 meters above Arlandsfjord, with a panoramic view. This path is one of Norway's 18 designated scenic paths, all passing through breathtaking landscapes. The distance between Arland and Lærdal is 47 kilometers, with an altitude of 1,306 meters above sea level at its peak, and the landscape dramatically shifts at different points. The route from Årland to Stegastein is narrow and winding, with 7 sharp bends. But the trip is well worth it since the peak is home to a stunning observation deck that extends outward from the hillside some 30 meters. In this observation point, you can see the Arlandsfjord from 650 meters up in all directions. For some, the experience is like floating above the sea. The deck was constructed in 2006 and is regarded as the finest vantage point in all Norwegian seas. Let's continue with number 5. Viking Ship Museum. Norway's Viking Ship Museum boasts the world's biggest collection of Viking-era vessels. The museum can be reached in about 10 minutes by vehicle or transit from the city center, situated on the peninsula of Bygdøy. And it's easy to see why the Viking Ship Museum is one of Oslo's top draws. The museum's 3 most popular exhibits are the Osberg ship, the Gokstad ship, and the Tun ship. These vessels are among the finest preserved Viking ships ever discovered, and they shed intriguing light on the lifestyles of the Vikings. The Viking Ship Museum is home to more than just boats, as it also has an extensive collection of Viking-era relics. There are weaponry, tools, jewelry, and other objects of daily use to the Vikings among these relics. The helpful staff at the museum can address any queries you may have, and the museum's website has a wealth of information about the Vikings and their society. However, due to renovations, the Viking Ship Museum will be closed until 2025 or 2026. But be ready for something new. It is said that the new museum will be 3 times larger than Viking Ship Museum and will feature expanded exhibit space, a cafe, a lecture theater, a gift store, a park, a dedicated area for children, an open laboratory, and a research center. So, make sure to get ready for that. Next at number 4 is North Cape. The North Cape is a breathtaking natural wonder. The dramatic cliff offers stunning vistas, unique climatic conditions, and the opportunity to stand at Europe's northernmost point. The North Cape is a 1,000-foot high cliff regarded as Europe's northernmost point. Every summer, 250,000 tourists visit the North Cape, making it one of Norway's most popular tourist sites. While the North Cape is a beautiful experience in and of itself, visitors can also enjoy bird excursions to a nature reserve with over 2 million seabirds or thrilling nighttime deep-sea rafting. The northern lights can be seen the remainder of the year, and hiking through the snow-covered mountains and cliffs is a common pastime at the North Cape. However, be careful, as it can remain black for an extended period during the polar winters. Coming in at number 3 on the list is Voringfossen Waterfall. A road trip through Norway's Hardanger and Hardangerfjord area is like a painting coming to life, with vibrant colors and stunning landscapes around every bend. Roadside blossoming orchards and flowing waterfalls are common views. Voringfossen is arguably the most well-known of these waterfalls throughout Norway, not just in the local area. At the head of Mabodalen Valley, the mighty fall drops more than 180 meters as the terrain suddenly changes from a rocky plateau to a fjord. Hiking along the Mabodalen River floor is the only way to get a close-up view of the Voringfossen Falls. Typical travel duration is 35 to 45 minutes over about a kilometer. The path is rocky, and the landscape is rough and mountainous, making it difficult to traverse in wet conditions or immediately following a downpour. You'll reach the suspended bridge after walking about a kilometer. The spray from the fall has made the path and the boulders here highly hazardous, so make sure you're being cautious. The view of Voringfossen and the other waterfalls plunging down the sheer rocks is spectacular from the south side of the bridge. Getting so near to nature in the valley, to see, touch, and hear it all around you, is a genuinely fantastic feeling. Next at number 2 on the list is Geirangerfjord. The Geirangerfjord, in the town of Stranda, is one of the most visited tourist destinations in all of Norway. The neighboring mountains are between 1,600 and 1,700 meters tall, and the fjord is 260 meters wide. Every tourist leaves Geiranger impressed by the picturesque landscape and the spectacular mountains. Multiple breathtaking waterfalls can be found within the strait. Det Syvsøstre, also known as the Seven Sisters, and Frieren, also known as the Suder, are the 2 most famous falls in the Geirangerfjord. The 2 waterfalls are on opposing sides of the fjord, and the Suder is said to be attempting to win over the Sisters across the sea. Another waterfall on the fjord goes by the name Brudselrud, which means bridal veil because it cascades so gracefully over a single cliff that, when illuminated by the sun, it resembles a translucent veil draped over the rocks. And now, the number 1 on the list is Nærøyfjord in western Norway. The Nærøyfjord is one of Norway's most explored fjords, with iconic high slopes, slender waterfalls, postcard towns, and a famous tourism ferry. The fjord is only 250 meters broad at its narrowest point, while the neighboring mountains tower over 1,400 meters. The Nærøyfjord, along with the Geirangerfjord to the north, was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2005. The two fjords make a list for both their historical and natural worth, which is unusual for a World Heritage location. As you might expect, the fjord is an incredible experience in and of itself. However, there are a few tiny towns and stunning waterfalls to keep an eye out for. This is also an excellent spot for birding in Norway. And that brings us to the end of this video. If you get a chance to see any of them, please let me know in the comments section. Or, if you have any other winter or summer places to explore in Norway that you'd like to suggest, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications for future content. See you next time.